aboard the headlines, Philippines and United States conducted combined air patrol in West Philippine Sea.
Majority of Filipinos support Philippine government cooperating with International Criminal Court.
No permit, no rally to be imposed on Manila on EDSA Day.
Philippine National Police to deploy 8,500 police personnel for the preparation of the EDSA Day.
Land Transportation Office suspends license of sports utility vehicle driver involved in road rage incident. Good evening, bringing you the latest news for tonight. I am KRIZZA LOPEZ.
And I am LAYAGUIN. This is your TV News Thread. For the stories, to further strengthen cooperative ties between Philippine forces and its U.S. counterparts, the two countries recently conducted a combined air patrol activity in the West Philippine Sea. More of this news from our senior correspondent Henry Nicolas' report.
The Philippine Air Force, together with the U.S. Pacific Air Forces, conducted combined air patrol as Phase 2 of the 3rd Maritime Cooperative Activity. This was held in the West Philippine Sea, particularly 90 nautical miles west of Candon, Ilocos Sur, and 50 nautical miles northwest of Lubang, Mindoro. 3 F-A-50s of the Philippine Air Force were utilized along with 1 BH or B-52H bomber aircraft from the U.S. counterpart. This cooperative activity aims to bolster cooperation between the armed forces of the Philippines and their U.S. counterparts, thereby enhancing interoperability between its forces. With this activity, the PAF or Philippine Air Force underscores its commitments and readiness to support the AFP's efforts in safeguarding the national territory and sovereign rights and upholding regional peace and security. Meanwhile, the newest C-130 tactical transport aircraft of PAF has been delivered in the country donated by the U.S. It was greeted by the Air Force with a water cannon salute upon its landing at the Clark Air Base in Mabalacat City, Pampanga. This is Henry Nicolas for EuroTV News.
Meanwhile, despite the objection of several lawmakers and officials of the government to the investigation of the International Criminal Court regarding the war on drugs, still the majority of the Filipinos expressed their desire for the government to join again to the International Court. More details of the story on my report.
The majority of the Filipinos are in favor of the Philippine government cooperating with the International Criminal Court or ICC, according to a new study by Octa Research, which is related to the investigation of killings related to illegal drugs under the administration of former President Rodrigo Duterte. In the new survey, 55% of the Filipinos expressed agreement that the Philippines should have cooperation with the ICC again. Most of those who expressed their support came from Balance Luzon with 65%, while the lowest support came from Mindanao with 42%. Furthermore, many residents from the Bicol region also supported cooperation with 79% in favor, while the lowest support was observed in the Davao region with only 6%. On the contrary, 45% of the Filipinos do not want the current administration to cooperate with the ICC. A significant portion of them came from Mindanao, particularly the Davao region, with the least opposition coming from Balance Luzon. In the same Octa Research study, 59% of Filipinos also expressed the desire for the Philippines to rejoin the ICC, while 49% disagreed. Additionally, the majority of Filipinos in Balance Luzon with 65% share this sentiment, as well as those from Class A, B, C with 67%, while the lowest support comes from Mindanao with only 51% and from Class D. Educational attainment is also a factor in this survey, with 63% of those who expressed their support being in college or having graduated from college, while 58% of high school graduates are the lowest supporters. It can be recalled that the Philippines left the ICC under the Duterte administration in 2018, which became effective in 2019 after the tribunal began investigating the war on drugs. Recently, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. stated that the ICC is a threat to the country's sovereignty and that he does not recognize the ICC's jurisdiction inside the Philippines. This is KRIZZA Lopez for Euro TV News.
Following the upcoming celebration of EDSA Day, Manila City Government has imposed no permit, no rally policy for protesters who plans to do one during the event. Details of the news on this report. Days ahead of the commemoration of the EDSA People Power Revolution anniversary, Manila government has announced the imposing of no permit, no rally policy for protesters that are planning to stage a protest during the said day. Mayor Honey Lacuna Pangan said that the city government of Manila will be implementing the said policy, especially noting that areas like People's Park or Freedom Park will require permit from rallyists. She further noted that the policy will be strictly imposed and that the protesters who will not be able to secure a permit will not be allowed to conduct an activity in their desired area. Amidst announcement of the said policy, Lacuna Pangan stated that as of Monday, she had not received any rally request to be staged on EDSA Day. Meanwhile, as the Philippines celebrate EDSA Day on February 25, Lacuna Pangan has assured Manileños that the commemoration of the event will be peaceful and orderly. This is Mia Layagin for EuroTV News.
In related news, the Philippine National Police is preparing for the upcoming anniversary of the EDSA People's Power Revolution to ensure the smooth flow of the said event and for the safety of the public. Dan Villegas tells us more.
The Philippine National Police, or PNP, has begun the deployment of 8,500 police personnel for the safe holding of the People Power Anniversary on February 25. According to the PNP Chief General Benjamin Acorde Jr., about 6,000 policemen will be deployed in Metro Manila and about 2,500 will be assigned to secure the event in Cebu.
But it still depends on the initial report in the area due to the rallies that may happen on the said occasion.
One of the things that the authorities pay attention to is controlling the number of people who may attend to the said occasion. So far, there are no recorded threats or problems for the darting holding of the EDSA People Power Revolution.
This is Dan Villegas for EuroTV News.
Meanwhile, after the viral video of road rage happened in Subic Bay, Pre-Port Zone, the Land Transportation Office decided to suspend the driver's license of the female motorist, while local police conducts investigation with a potential case of frustrated homicide. More from this report.
The Land Transportation Office has imposed a 90-day license suspension on the female driver of a sports utility vehicle involved in the recent road rage incident within the Subic Bay Freeport Zone. According to ASEC Bigor Mendoza, the identified woman is required to submit a notarized explanation of her involvement in the incident to the LTO Region 3 investigation. Mendoza emphasized his personal commitment to address such incidents, particularly due to the concerning behavior displayed by the SUV driver. In the show cause order issued by LTO Region 3's Ronnie Montejo, it was revealed that the female motorist is a resident of Morong, Bataan, while the SUV she was driving is registered under a name of a female resident of Makati City. Both the vehicle owner and the driver have been given 7 days to respond to the SCO with the warning that denial or delayed submission of the notarized explanation would be considered an admission of the allegation. based on the initial findings from the LTO investigation, indicates a violation of Section 27 of Republic Act 4136 pertaining to improper persons operating a motor vehicle. If found guilty, this could lead to the cancellation of the Toyota Fortuner's certificate of registration. The incident occurred on February 17 along Biniktikan Road within the jurisdiction of the Subic Bay Freeport Zone. Reportedly, the Toyota Fortuner attempted to overtake a Hyundai Eon, resulting to sudden stop. The SUV driver then directed her anger towards a car driven by a senior citizen before leaving the scene promptly. ASEC Mendoza clarified that their investigation runs parallel to the ongoing local police inquiry, which may have connections to a potential case of frustrated homicide. This is KRIZZA Lopez for EuroTV News.
For other news, the Philippine Coast Guard has welcomed the 3 newly appointed PCG Auxiliary Executive Squadron members at the national headquarters in Manila. PCG Commandant Admiral Ronnie Hill Gavan led the donning and oath-taking ceremony of National Security Council Director General Jonathan Malaya, Quezon City Assistant Department Head Pierre Angelo Dominguez, and Attorney Crisanto Saruca Jr., Director for Traffic Discipline Office of the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority with the rank of Commodore. Gavan expressed his gratitude to the newly inducted PCGA members for their volunteerism in supporting the PCG in environmental protection, search and rescue, and youth development. In a statement, Gavan said that the agency is really grateful that they now have additional frames and heart that will bring them to the new era of world security. We will be taking a very short break. Don't get away as your TV news thread returns. Fourteen out of the remaining 15 Filipinos in Gaza are now set to go home to the Philippines amidst the worsening dispute situated in the said city. In the Philippine Embassy in Egypt's announcement, 14 Filipinos and 2 Palestinian relatives have successfully crossed to Egypt on February 17. These repatriates are now scheduled to depart from Cairo on Tuesday, February 20, and are expected to arrive in Manila on February 21st. Aside from this batch of repatriates, reports said that there is still 1 remaining Filipino left in the center of the war Gaza Strip. This is a Filipino nun that they have not reached yet for communication for repatriation. As of the latest data, 136 out of 137 Filipinos were successfully evacuated from Gaza to Egypt, in which their repatriation came soon after.
Scarcity in Gaza targets the most number of infants and children as parents in the area desperate for the supply of diapers and baby formulas. Parents were forced to feed their infants crushed biscuits, which may lead to health problems. More details on my report.
As a result of the 4-month war between Palestine and Israel, many babies are experiencing severe hunger due to a lack of baby formula. According to the report, some parents are forced to feed crushed biscuits to their newborn children. It is likely to cause health problems for babies. Since the outbreak of war in Israel and Gaza, it has had a significant impact on the food supply, resulting in a lack of basic necessities, including milk and diapers for babies. Commodity prices have also risen due to the war. Moreover, many Palestinians have also been moved to more crowded areas with the threat of disease outbreaks. Some of the parents have also been forced to use cloth diapers, but the scarcity of water is one of the challenges that the victims have been facing. UNICEF continues to send water supplies, but it does not meet the vast needs of those in the evacuation center. According to UNICEF, an estimated of 20,000 babies up to 6 months old need formula. Children's health has also been a major problem since the start of the war between Israel and Gaza. This is KRIZZA Lopez for Euro TV News.
For other stories, Benguet Province is now free from avian influenza, a type of bird disease, 2 years after it first had its cases of the said infection. More of this news in this report. 2 years after the initial case of avian influenza in the province, Benguet is now declared as free of the said disease. Department of Agriculture or DA on February 20 has announced that the province is now clean of the H5N1 strain infection first detected in 2022. Initial cases of the said disease were detected in various fowls, including layer and native chickens, ducks, turkey and goose during February to September 2022. These cases were recorded in several areas in the province, including Baguio City and towns of Atok, Bugyas, Itogon, La Trinidad, Sablan, and Tablay. DA's decision to declare Benguet as bird flu-free came after negative results were yielded following depopulation, cleaning and disinfection, mobility restrictions, surveillance, and stricter biosecurity within affected areas. In line with this, as of the latest records, there are only 9 provinces that still has confirmed cases and has not yet recovered AI-free status. This is Mia Layagin for Euro TV News.
For our entertainment news, new hairstyle, a new core member, and celebration of someone's birthday. Let's find out more at the entertainment news by Angelica Galvez.
Let's step into the world of entertainment with the latest news and updates. Pambansang Diyosa nailed it again as Ann Curtis proudly shows off her new hairstyle. Ann Curtis has been trying new hair looks recently, and now she seems to found a new hairstyle for her. Ann revealed her new hair color on her comeback episode at its showtime yesterday. And yes, she embraces red hair dye inspired at Taylor Swift's Red album. On her caption, she wrote "In my red era" with a heart emoji along with a kiss mark emoji. A Swiftie indeed. That is what Catherine Bernardo showed as she proudly posted her experience in Taylor Swift's concert that she says will remain as a core memory. Catherine posted on her Instagram account a series of photos and videos from the concert. In the video clip, Kat could be seen signing the t-shirt of her seatmate. She also posted a video singing along a Taylor song. Wrapping it up, it is visible that Kat had a blast at the Eras tour. It can be remembered that Kat flew to Australia just to watch Taylor Swift concert along with her friends in the area. In another showbiz news, #It's Olivia Rodrigo's Day as she celebrates her 21st birthday with a star-inspired cake. On her Instagram post, the Filipino-American pop star shared some photos of her birthday, celebrating while wearing a sultry little black dress. In the photos, she could be seen celebrating with her friends as the clock stopped at 12 midnight. She blew the cake that is inspired at her first album Sour. In her caption, she wrote that it is her last day on being able to underage drink. In September last year, it can be recalled that Olivia dropped her sophomore album Guts. It includes the single Vampire, Bad Idea Right, and Get Him Back. And that's the latest news. I am Angelica Galvez. Back to you, Mia and KRIZZA.
that's the latest news for tonight. You may visit yourtvph.com for more news and information. In behalf of Alvin Pelobelio, this is Mia Layagin.
You can also catch our broadcast live in our social media accounts and via Pinoy Extreme channel. I am KRIZZA Lopez. This is your TV News Thread. Stay safe and have a good night, everyone.